Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Journey with Jazz. It is about 9 a.m. and right now I have a crying baby, so I'm going to go tend to his needs. I think he's hungry. We're going to take care of it and we're going to keep it moving. So just thank you for joining me today. All right, so I just fed him. I think I'm about to take his bath. He's naked because he had an accident. He spit up. So I'm about to take his bath and wash his hair. Obviously, I can't record that, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about how our day is going. We're gonna get fresh and clean and start our day. Okay, so we just had our bath. Well, I already took mine. Took his bath, and it was rough. It was my first time actually putting him in the tub. I have like a cheer type thingy. I can show it. Yeah, he was okay in there, just getting out and drying him off and all that. He was a little bit fussy, which I expected. So now I am singing to him, which I'm not gonna let y'all hear. He likes my singing. I don't think y'all would. But yeah, so now I'm gonna sing to him. He's already fallen asleep, and he also falls asleep to my voice. So like me recording this video is making him go into a deep, deep slumber. But anyways, thank you guys for taking this journey with me. We have a lot more in store for today, so stay tuned. Okay, so he's sleeping. So while he's sleeping, I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of the challenges of being a new mother to a newborn specifically, because they have so many needs and they like to be held, they like a lot of attention. So one of the biggest challenge has been breastfeeding. And so if you're a mother, you know, and if you try to breastfeed, you know some of the challenges with getting the baby to latch on, some of the challenges with the frequency of breastfeeding. So it's like every 2 to 3 hours. You pretty much have to be somewhere where you can continuously do it. And then there's also the option of pumping, which is what I rely on the most. But yeah, so if you ask doctors, if you ask mothers who have breastfed, they'll all say breastfeed your baby. It's the most healthy thing. It's the most beneficial thing to the baby's development. So a lot of people really advocate for breastfeeding, and I understand why. I get it. Maybe a little bit overrated, but anyways, there has definitely been some challenges with that thus far. So right now I am doing breast pumping, which I might show you guys some of the things, some of the materials for breast pumping, because people really get a kick out of it because it kind of looks like you're milking a cow. Anyway, I do that, and then I also put them on my boobies, and then I also do formula as well, especially when he's with his dad. And then we put rice into his bottles because it makes him a little bit more full. So Kamari is a little bit over 2 months, but he's a big baby and he eats a lot. So though we want to stick to the doctor's recommendations, some things were just like, okay, Kamari's a little bit advanced. He needs something that would be for like a 4 or 5 month old baby, just because how big he is and just his needs are just a little bit more advanced. And there he is, sleeping fast asleep. As I said, my voice does not bother him. Yeah, it just puts him into a deep slumber. And it actually makes sense because I carried him for 9-10 months, and he's heard my voice for 9-10 months, and he's been sleeping for a good majority of the time that I was carrying him. So he's used to hearing my voice, and he's used to falling asleep to my voice. So not just my voice, but other people's in general, talking in general, just puts him in a deeper slumber. And so I do pumping, as I said, and so I do that. I try to do it every 3 to 4 hours. And though pumping is convenient, the thing that I don't really care for about pumping is it's kind of redundant. So like your breast is producing milk for you to feed to your baby. And so typically, or shall I say naturally, every time your baby is hungry, you would put the baby on your boob, feed the baby, and by your baby being on your boob, it's telling your breast to continuously produce more milk for the next time I'm hungry. So this is like God ordained, because basically like your baby communicates to your body like, this is how much milk I need you to produce, and this is how frequently I need you to produce. So once you take the baby off the boob, the milk is producing inside the boob, and then by the time the baby is hungry again, there's milk in there. So that's typically how it would happen. But when you add in a breast pump, you're feeding the baby out the bottle, you're pumping your boobs into the bottle, you're feeding your baby out the bottle, and then the milk is producing in your boobs, so you're pumping it into the bottle, then feeding your baby. So it's kind of like twice the work, because instead of putting your baby directly on your boob, you're pumping the milk into the bottle and then feeding the baby. So that's the only thing about pumping. Most people use it for when they're going back to work, or like I said, on the weekends when Kamari's with his dad, on Wednesdays when he's with his dad. So like, it's convenient when it's, you know, to go. But sometimes even at home I use it just because of its convenience, but it does take double the work. Alright, so I am currently folding laundry and also pumping at the same time, and also working on editing my video. Well, not editing it, but just making sure everything is intact. But one thing about having a newborn baby, a child in general, every minute counts. You don't have 1 minute to waste. If he's asleep, you need to get every single thing done that you need to get done. So later on today, I'll be at Starbucks working, and I'm taking him to my aunt's house. She lives in the town where Starbucks is, and so she's gonna watch him for a few hours for me. So again, like, that time has to be put to use, because you don't have a lot of time for the things that you need to do. So when you do get that time, it's precious. So my mom just stopped by to bring me some more formula, because we were getting really low. So as I said before, he's drinking formula, he's doing breast milk, and we're even putting rice inside of his formula, just to have multiple options. And like I said, he's a big baby, so he can go. I'll say this too, babies are big responsibilities. So, you know, you can have baby fever, you can be an auntie, an uncle, godmama, goddad, you know, it's something different to take someone else's baby, watch them for a little bit, and give them back. But when you're full on, full throttle, taking care of a child, especially a newborn baby, is a very, very big responsibility, and your entire life is transformed. Of course, you develop such a beautiful relationship with this tiny little baby, but yeah, like, that's awesome. That's the awesome part about it. But at the same time, you know, things that used to be priorities kind of get knocked down to secondary to your child, and making sure you're meeting all of his needs. That doesn't mean that you have to stop doing other things that you love to do, or you can't nurture your other babies. And so I have 2 other babies. One of them is about 5 years old, and it's my ministry, King's Daughters Connect, that I started my junior year at Old Dominion University. And so we unite women in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and also we have a chapter here in Delaware as well. And we have annual faith-based women's empowerment conferences. So that was my first baby that I birthed, like I said, my junior year. And so that's one thing that's significant as well. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's not a physical baby that can cry, eat, sleep, and poop, but it is a baby that I birthed that needs to be fed, it needs to be nourished, although I have a actual child. So that's something that I had to balance in. So February 23rd, we're having a meet and greet down in Virginia Beach, Virginia at my law school. And so that is an event that we're having for King's Daughters Connect. And then we're also having our annual conference we just got approved for on Saturday, April 13th, same place, Regent University, my school. And so you know, yes, I'm gonna be juggling a few different things. Yes, it's gonna be challenging to do all of these things with a newborn baby. However, it's still important. You can't put things on a back burner, especially your other babies, the things that are important to you, the things that God allowed you to birth. You can't put them on the back burner. Like, they're still important, they're still a priority. You just now have to know how to juggle everything and incorporate everything in. And one thing that I'm really blessed for is to have so much support, to have so many people who are here to help me nurture and feed my babies. So one of them, like I said, King's Daughters Connect, that's down in Virginia, my friends actually stepped in and continuously had girls' nights down there. They invited more people, they got more members. I mean, they continued the legacy of King's Daughters Connect. Oh, Kamari's waking up. So they are taking care of that baby down there because they're standing behind the vision that God gave me. They know that it's the work of God. They know that lives are being changed and they believe in it. So that's what they've been doing. And then here I have so much support. My family, my child's father's family, and just people around. Like, they're helping me take care of my baby here. So God will definitely place people in your lives to help you feed, nurture, and take care of your baby so that they can be nourished and grow. All right, so while Kamari was sleeping, I was pumping, I was folding clothes, I was on my YouTube channel, and I had a long list of other things that I wanted to do. But you know what? I decided to sleep, to just lay up beside him and to get some sleep. And that's one thing that people tell you to do, is to sleep when the baby's sleeping. He's being a little bit fussy right now. But anyways, yeah, sleep when the baby's sleeping, which is good. It sounds good. But of course, when the baby's sleeping, you're thinking of all the things that you can do while the baby's sleeping. So I sleep sometimes while he's sleeping. Sometimes I get everything done while he's sleeping. They're going to always outsleep you. You're not going to be that drained. Well, as they get a little bit older, you're not going to be that drained. So yeah, that was my decision. Out of everything that I had to do, I just lay beside him and knocked out. And now we're back up. So I think he's still a little bit hungry. So I have another bottle for him, but I'm trying to fill him out. This one right here likes to be held while you're standing. And we all joke about him because, oh, his hair is a mess, y'all. He's been laying down. But yeah, like, you can hold him and rock him while you're sitting down. He's like, He wants you to stand and walk around with him. And he wants to see everything. He's looking at the TV right now. But it just cracks me up. So I think he's going to be an explorer. Okay, so I'm now getting myself ready and him ready. I'm taking him to my aunt's house. I'm going to spend some time at Starbucks to get my homework done. I'm taking 2 classes this semester, so 6 law electives, healthcare law, and also international criminal law. So far, they seem like they're going to be okay courses. They seem pretty interesting. For healthcare law, we're learning about Medicare and Medicaid right now. And then for international criminal law, we'll learn a lot about the United Nations and just how they facilitate international criminal law, how the countries work together with treaties and declarations and things like that. So that class seems okay too. I'll probably have a cup of coffee at Starbucks, even though it's about 6:30. I just like the vibe. They give you like a mug and stuff. So I'll show you guys how that all goes. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get him bundled up in his car seat and we're going to go. Okay, so it's really cold outside. So my parents are like, make sure you cover his face completely. You know, old school. So I'll probably cover him up with the blanket. And then this is like his car seat cover that's going to go all the way around. So I'll show you guys what that looks like when I'm finished. Where's your mitten? That happened. I think he knows how to take this off some way somehow because it keeps coming off. The one thing I'll go ahead and say is I definitely have to have another level of discipline to be able to leave out the house, go to it's like the next town over, so it's about 20 minutes away, go to Starbucks and get my work done. Where typically if I was at school, I will go to the library. I'll stay at school and go walk over to the library and get my work done. So it requires another level of discipline. You know, you're warm, you're cozy, you have a whole newborn baby, so it's easier to just stay here. It's easier to just, I don't know, try to figure something else out or not do the work, honestly. But I don't know, like, the challenge kind of pushes me more. Being as though I can't just walk over and go to the library. I have to be intentional. I have to plan ahead. I have to ask for favors and depend on people. It definitely pushes me more. And so for all of my mothers who have other obligations, whether it be school, work, whatever else, just know, he lost his binky, just know that you can do it. Like, yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, it's going to be a new, different thing. Anything different is uncomfortable, but just set your mind to it, do what you gotta do, and make it happen. Okay, so we're at Aunt Trinka's house. She's in the shower. What you looking at me? So we're just gonna walk around and wait for her to get out, and then I'm gonna head to Starbucks. Just got home. I left Starbucks, picked Kamari up from my aunt, and I'm home now. I fed him. I'm rocking him to sleep. But I definitely want to give a shout out to my beautiful baby sister, Jayla Mullen. She is, actually, I'll let you tell them. What are you working on?
I am working on the second episode of my new podcast, Grow, Glow, and Sew. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. You'll see it.
Y'all have to stay tuned. She didn't even give me a sneak peek. She's not telling me anything. So if she ain't telling me, she can't tell y'all. So, yeah, definitely just stay tuned. And I'll try to announce on here when she drops her second one. But I am just so proud of her and just the way that God is cultivating her into a beautiful woman of God. So just watch out, okay? Because the Mountain Girls are no longer playing with y'all. Thank y'all for joining me today. Thank you for journeying with Jazz. So stay tuned for my next vlog. And I don't know yet where I'll be, what I'll be doing. So you just gotta wait. You gotta stay tuned for that too.